Fresh Omaha, the exclusive interview show. My guest is J.Phlip. Where are you actually from?
I live in Berlin now. Since I moved there a year and a half ago, I've been playing in America about half the time. Stay in San Francisco quite a bit when I'm on tour in the US, so it's still kind of a home, but I just don't pay rent there anymore.
You are currently on a North American tour.
It was just over 2 months long, and I only have one more show left after this out of 20 shows. And it's been amazing. It's been the best tour I've had in my career so far.
When and how did you become a DJ?
I started 10 years ago. I was living in Champaign, Illinois, in my hometown, and I just started going out to these house parties, and they had with DJs in the basement, and like a lot of them were playing house music because it was 2 hours from Chicago, so I just was in love with house music. I couldn't stop dancing whenever I heard it, and then I got some turntables, and I got really addicted to learning how to beat match and all this stuff, and yeah, I just kept going. It was an obsession.
How would you label your genre?
It's really hard to say what my genre is. A lot of people ask me after my shows, like, what do you call that? And I've kind of been using this broad term of booty tech, but I don't really like to call it anything because it's so broad and I don't even know what to call it sometimes, so I guess you just have to hear it. I could tell you it ranges from about 124 to 130 BPMs. Sometimes it could be like deep, sometimes it could be more like, I guess, like UK funky. Sometimes it's like ghetto tech, booty house, tech house, I don't know. It's all mixed together. I mix it all together and it is what it is.
What equipment do you use for live sets?
People actually think I'm kind of old school, that I'm bringing CDs around because all these people are bringing flash drives now. It took me so long to accept switching from vinyl to CD. It felt so wrong, and I did it eventually after so long. Well, I mean, the people playing with flash drives are using the CDJ 2000s. It's like just like playing a CD, but all your music is just on that drive, and you can like scroll through the songs with this like knob. I don't know. I still bring vinyl. I brought vinyl on this tour and CDs. That's how I think it should be. That's how it is for me. And about the computer thing, you can use like Serato or Traktor, and you can control it with a Technic. So it's like playing vinyl, right? And that seemed really appealing to me because I learned how to mix on a Technic, and that feels the most natural. But for me, I cannot have a computer screen anywhere near me when I'm DJing. I look at it all day long. I do all my work on it. I write my music on a computer. When I play out, it's like getting away from that screen. For me and for everyone else who's out having a good time, they're away from their day jobs or whatever. Who wants to see a computer? Like anywhere around. I just don't want to see it. So for me, just CDs and vinyl is the best. For me, I don't want a computer.
Which one was your favorite show in this tour so far?
I had so many good shows, and they were all good for different reasons. I had some that were really big and like crazy packed and like bigger clubs, and I had some that were really small that had crazy energy. And I actually think that one of my smallest shows was my favorite show on this tour, and that was in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It was only like maybe 150 people. Like people drove from Denver, Colorado, and Durango, Colorado, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. People drove like 6 hours, come to this little party in Santa Fe. This is like little small city in the desert, and everybody was wanting to let it all out that night, and they were jumping up and down and screaming like the words to the songs that aren't even out yet. I don't even know how they like know the words yet. And it was pretty crazy. I was just like, is this really happening? You people are amazing.
What will be your next production work?
I just remixed this band that's pretty cool, up and coming from LA. They're called American Royalty. I don't know, they hit me up and they were big fans of me and my music, and I really liked their vibe, and they sent me some music, so I was like, this seems like a cool project. So I just finished that, and next I'm working on a remix for Soul Clap's album. and they let me pick whatever song I wanted to remix. And this one has a really nice female vocal, and it's good when you find a good vocal, because I'm very picky about vocals, and I'm excited about this because I think there's a lot I could do with it. Then after that, I'm going to be working on more original stuff again for Dirty Bird and Pets, and it's hard to work on tour. You know, I've been on tour for 2 months, but basically why my schedule looks like that is because, like, I'm playing some of like the important festivals in America this year, so Miami and like Detroit, and we try to book like a little tour in America around those festivals so that I'm not just coming over for one show. So that's why it's kind of like I hop over to America, do a few, then I'm hopping back, and then back and forth. There's a method to the madness.
So many places and gigs. Which one was the most memorable for you?
I'd say my best gig ever was at Watergate in Berlin. On the water floor, it's the downstairs floor. It's not like the main club floor with the crazy lights. It's a little bit more mellow, but it's the floor that stays open until like the sun comes up into the next day. They'll close the other floor and then everyone goes down there. And it's also got these huge windows, and it's on the river, on the Spree in Berlin. And so the sun comes up, and then it's just like bright in the room, and everybody just keeps raving, and then the water's like right there. You're like practically at the level of the water. It almost kind of feels like you're on a boat or something. But Heidi, she has a night there, and she gave me 4 a.m. to ? Time slot, and she was like, girl, you could be DJing for a really long time. You're playing until like the people can't stand up anymore. And I was like, okay. And I ended up playing until noon. It was insane. It was my first show in Berlin, actually.
Do you play different sets in Europe than in America?
Like here, the prime time might be like midnight, and let's say in Berlin, prime time could be 4 a.m. So if I'm playing at 4 a.m., I could still play the same stuff that I play here at midnight. I don't know, I like to be prepared. I bring a lot of extra music with me in case I need to switch up the sound, or like if I see or hear who's before me and they leave me at a certain vibe, and then I want to like keep the flow going properly with the party and with the night. So I don't know, you never know. I just try to be prepared for whatever it might be like.
What label you belong to?
You know, Dirty Bird, the label I'm a part of, we're doing a lot of stuff together as a crew this year. We're very strong as a crew in San Francisco. Like, people know our music, and they love our music, and they love us as people, and they love our parties, and it's really special atmosphere when we play there together. We don't get booked together as often in other cities, probably because it's expensive or whatever reason. They'll bring one of us. But it's more special when there's a crew of us together, because we create a vibe together. And a lot of times we get booked with an opener that doesn't vibe with us, and it just, there's something special about us being able to open, play the headlining slot, and close our own nights together. So we're doing more parties together this year in different cities. We're doing a really big one in London, and it's going to be a barbecue all day on a rooftop of a warehouse, and then at night it's going to go into the warehouse and be like all night long raving. And then we're doing one in Miami, New York, Brighton, Detroit. That's the main thing for this year that I'm excited about so far.
How can your fans get a hold of you?
Facebook.com/J.Phlip the Bird, but it's spelled JPHLIPTHABIRD. And then, SoundCloud/J.Phlip, JPHLIP. Twitter, same. We have dirtybirdrecords.com. Hi, my name is J.Phlip, and you're listening to Fresh Radio.